Hi, BNI. This is Holly Clear with the Social Media Advisor. I apologize for the other day with the technology issues. My family's been very, very ill, so I had to take care of them at home. And apparently, the technology wasn't awesome that day. So thank you for being patient as we put together this training. And I'm going to show you some examples and talk about some of the best practices. And we will send you an email with some details as well. So keep an eye out for that. First and foremost, having a business Facebook page for your BNI chapter is going to be really beneficial. The reason for that is because you're expanding your footprint into an audience where people are existing and interacting. So having the right setup for your business page is going to be very, very important. I'm going to walk through some examples. There were a few of you who were able to share links to your Facebook pages on the call, so I've got those. If you could please respond to the email that you receive, let us know who are the managers and administrators of that page, so that way we can make sure that we get the executive team added to that, as far as Will and Bridget, and we'll want to do that step. We want to help you be able to monitor those pages. I know you've got a business to run and this isn't necessarily what you do every day. So we'll want to make sure that we can assist you in that way. Third reason is because we want to be able to showcase events that you have going on, especially mixers, recruiting events, or visitor stays. We want to be able to share that with the world, so that way we can get you more reach. So having a business page set up properly is great. I'm going to walk through some suggestions that I have on a few of these pages, and you'll see there's some very similar things kind of throughout. One thing you'll notice all the way across the board is the About Us section. You want to make sure that you have these three things on your business page. One, a robust About section. Talk about the leadership. Talk about where you meet, the time of day you meet, and the location. Nothing's worse than trying to recruit someone and they just don't know where to go because it's not listed. So make sure if you go into the pages to edit the About section, and you will see that in here. I'll also give you instructions on how to do that as well in the email. So first thing was edit the About section. Second is make sure that your page is BNI compliant. You will see a link included in the email that is for the BNI marketing standards, and you have to make sure that your logo is compliant as well as your cover photo. I'll go through some different ideas of what that might look like in just a moment as well. The third item that I want you to take a look at is connecting to the BNI corporate page for BNI Inland Empire. So there's a Facebook page, there's a Google page, there's a Twitter account. If you're on social, and a LinkedIn page as well. But if you're on social, you'll want to connect to all of those. And I will show you also how to see first, so that way you can never miss an update. We share a lot of news on our pages, and we want to make sure that you get that. The next session we're going to be doing is in June. We're going to talk about the different types of content that you can share for your chapter. But I do want to just highlight, if you can get in the habit of starting to take pictures of your meetings, people who are winning awards, people who are doing their sales presentations each week, anyone who's got something special that they're celebrating, take pictures, guys. Start getting in the habit of doing that every single week, because that's really great engaging content to be able to share in your social channel. We will highlight in the next session different ideas for content, how to schedule your content so you never miss a week, and how to properly manage and monitor your page for engagement. So I'm going to share my screen and show you some different pages that were shared with me. We're going to go through two of them today. So this first one is BNI Downtown Business Links in Spokane. You'll see that the logo, the trademark logo, is in the profile area. There was some additional imagery added around it. If you can, look at the BNI Standards site. There's very specific rules on how they would like the logo listed on the profile picture. One thing I really liked about the cover photo is the use of the meeting time. It's great to be able to show people what the meeting looks like and what to expect. So I really like the use of this cover photo. If you don't have a cover photo, please consider taking a picture of your next meeting and loading it to your page. Off on the left-hand side, you'll see an About area. And this is the area that I was mentioning where you want to make sure that it's robust. Obviously, it's got the address in here. The map shows where everything's located. Here's the link for the BNI page on the main BNI website and a brief bio. So add more content to the bio and definitely include the name of the location, any special instructions that they would need to have for parking or where to go, and the time of day for your meeting. That's going to be very, very helpful. There's also an area on here where you can add events, and I will show you that as well, but it's in the administration section. So I'll show you how to do that from my page, but then I'll also give you instructions in the email as well. So they've done a good job of sharing some posts. I would highly recommend sharing more consistently. The last one was March 15th. You'll see here someone is, looks like Rodan and Fields Consultant won an award. Newest member, yes, congratulations. So new members and renewals are really great for showcasing on here as well. They've done a really good job, though, of sharing when people are doing their presentations and contact information. Keep it up, you guys. I see there's a bird in this one. I'm really curious as to the story on that. But that is another idea as well. You can share stories, interesting stories or sales manager moments that people have. Additionally, as we're having these meetings every other month or on Bridget's Facebook Live every week, you can share different tips on the business page from those videos. And that would be good content for the audience as well. Good rule of thumb, a minimum of once a week, ideally 3 times a week you should be posting. So I'm going to go on ahead and go over here to the next page, which is Spokane BNI Referral Exchange. Now this page is set up a little bit different. It is a local business, which someone had to have tagged that location at some point in time, called it Spokane BNI Referral Exchange. And you'll see here that there's no profile picture and the cover photo isn't totally clear. But this is a local business, which is different than an actual business page. So I'm curious as to who within this chapter has access to be able to post here and edit. So we'll want to definitely find that out because I really feel like this page should be set up in a different way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you the social media advisor page and some different things that you'll want to make sure that you do. So obviously the social media advisor is my business, former BNI member, former director of BNI. I was a member of BNI for 5 years and a director for 2. I live and breathe givers gain and referrals. I believe in relationship marketing and building know, like, trust with your audience. If you would love to connect, I would love to connect with you. When you go to like a page, obviously you click like, but there's this little following icon. And if you move your mouse over that from the desktop, you'll see first. That way you never miss the opportunity to see an update. Now you'll notice this page looks slightly different because I'm an administrator in there. You'll see a navigation bar up top here. If you are an administrator or manager of the page, you will see this bar, which gives you different permissions to be able to edit some things. So under settings, you'll go down to page roles. Page roles is where you'll add different people to monitor admin. So I would highly recommend adding Bridget and adding Will as administrators to the page. There are different levels in here, editor, moderator, and so forth. But Bridget and Will definitely need to be an admin. That way they can help you assist in controlling some of the things that go on. We talked a little bit about engagement and what that looks like as far as negativity from past members or someone who's not happy with the chapter or BNI as a whole. What we recommend that you do is don't have any communications that are not positive on the page. So you may feel if someone leaves a chapter, has some sort of grievance, You may feel as though it's a good thing to respond. I wouldn't. I would contact Will and Bridget. There's an entire legal process behind the communications when issues like that arise. And so keep everything on your page as positive as possible. Even if there's something negative that you feel you want to respond to, just don't. Avoid that conversation. Keep everything as positive as possible. The other thing I want to show you in here is the edit page section. This allows you to be able to add and remove different sections on your page. So you'll notice I've got a lot of different navigation tabs. One of those is reviews. Another is events. So I mentioned mixers, visitors day, and we also talked a little bit on the call about stack days, which stack days are just the ability to be able to very specifically target a category. So let's say we lost our realtor and we wanted to recruit for the best in the business and the area. The best thing to do there is to host what's called a stack day. And Bridget's going to do some additional training about stack days. But basically, you host a day that everyone in the chapter can invite their favorite realtor. All of the realtors attend. That gives you the opportunity to pick from the best from those who apply. So we've had this, we've done these before for chiropractors, massage therapists. There's something pretty rewarding about the competitive nature of showing your best self on those types of days. We had one circumstance where we had a massage therapist we were recruiting. We had 5 applications in one day. We took our due diligence and time to interview them all and then made this decision for the best of the best. So that's a really great way to get some very specific categories filled. And you can even separate your categories out by different groupings and power partner circles within the chapter itself. So your business group may be looking for a printer, or your health and wellness group may be looking for an acupuncturist, or your home services group may be looking for that next carpet cleaner. All of you can do stack days at the same time, which really help grow those specific categories and power partner opportunities. So I hope that's helpful. When you add events or reviews to your page, you have the opportunity to be able to showcase your events. So I'll just show some of mine. I mean, events are pretty easy to create. There's a create event button. You would go through the process of adding a title, an image right up here, event name. It'll show you how many characters you have left. The location, frequency. I would just pick one for each day, start time, end time. Category would probably be networking. Description, tell them why you want them to attend. Keywords, the best keyword to use here is business. You're limited on keywords as to what Facebook allows. If it's kid-friendly, such as like a bowling event or something like that. The ticket section, I would add a link to the BNI page that you have on the main website. And co-hosts, I would add your leadership team. So your president, your vice president, maybe a membership committee member, secretary, treasurer. Keep it limited, but just know that when you add a co-host, that shows up on their personal page as well. So you want to make sure you get permission. And that's something important to remember as well. Anytime you take a picture or make a post for somebody in social media, you want to make sure that you've got permission to be able to not only capture that image, but share it as well. There's quite a few people that don't like anything to be shared online, also that don't have pages whatsoever. I've known a handful of individuals in my past who don't even like their picture taken. So you want to make sure that you get permission for that. Once you're all done there, you literally just click publish, and then you're set. Then all you have to do is invite people to the event. So if you get stuck in any of that, you'll see my email. Feel free to email me any questions that you have there. Don't forget to go and like the BNI pages. Make sure you see first. Add the different sections onto your BNI About area on the Facebook business page. And be sure to contact Bridget and Will and myself with the information for who the administrators are on those business pages so we can make sure the right people are added. We can support you in all of your online efforts. As always, cheers to your success. I look forward to speaking to you in June, and make it a great day. Bye.